What's up, my babies? Scotland. ZackScott here in Scotland, playing Minecraft. Mac is spamming me with some sort of potions. I don't know, is that just water? I have a daylight sensor in my hand now.
Do you know if villagers can open trapdoors?
No, they can't.
I do not know the answer to that.
Why is it Mac?
Wait, whoa.
Okay, on the call, we have Heartbin, Jesse Yoda, Mac, Brett, Josh, Chloe, Jeff Rowe, Ashley, and Adam. And in the immediate vicinity, we at least have what?
No. Just say
who disguises Macaroon 1?
And to make sure that Mac was in every shot of the video.
That's whatchamacallit.
Okay.
That's not even my name.
Adam's here.
That's not my name.
That's not my name.
Yeah, Adam. No, okay.
They call me Crazy Mac Attack.
Is there a
they call me Evil Macaroon. They call me Macaroon 1.
That's not
I have a lot of
name.
usernames.
Okay, guys, this way today is a very important video because I built something in Scotland. It's another one of those mini builds, like my little Tykes build that I did a little while ago.
Dykes. My little dykes.
Yes. Okay, there's 2 evil macaroons now. One of them is actually Adam. Spoiler alert.
Probably the one that walks like a faggot.
But over here is my new
I was
build.
Macaroon 1.
A topic of discussion for those of you who were on Twitter earlier today. And
whoever's being Evil Macaroon, stop it before I fucking slice your head off. I swear to God, I'll do it. I'll do it in real life.
This right here is Mac's butter dish. The
Why is it invisible? Like why is it glass?
Because it's glass, right? Is that what it was? I don't remember.
I don't know. Ones that I've seen are always like white, like you know.
I don't know. Mac, what color is your butter dish at home?
Which one?
The one that's out on the counter.
I don't know. I don't look at it.
No.
Well, when you guys were here, we had a different one.
Which one was it? This one?
No, neither of them are glass.
Oh, well, this is glass, so that you can see the butter. Jeffro, stop eating the butter.
Oh, sorry.
The on Twitter today, LD Shadow Lady posted a very, very controversial tweet where she was what's the word? Lamenting.
Masturbating.
No, she was dissing people who put butter in their
Americans who leave their butter out.
Specifically Americans?
Yes, they said Americans are weird too.
This is coming
and then Zach tagged me in this thread with a bunch of British people talking about how Americans are weird for leaving their butter out. And I was like, listen, I'm not really in charge of where the butter is at in my house because I don't really use it very often, but the people who keep the butter on the counter are very British. So you can suck my nuts.
Well, this wasn't a confrontational thing. I wasn't trying
to it was. When you bring butter into a conversation, you know.
No, I mean.
And I don't even think that I don't know if that's necessarily a normal American thing because before I met Mac, I didn't know anybody who did that.
Yeah,
I do it, Ashley.
Do you really, Brett?
Am I not a person?
I met Mac before I met you.
Fuck you, Ashley. You'd be real mean to me.
Fuck you, Brett. Fuck you, Brett. Fuck you, Brett.
Hey, guys.
Excuse me.
Let's keep this civil.
Why don't you Americans eat your beans on your toast in the mornings?
So, okay, first off, the beans on the toast looks delicious.
Beans for breakfast is
then
weird.
just do it.
I do want to just do it Nike, but I really want to like swoosh. Like that. I mean,
see, Brett or Jeff's fixing it. It's more that color. Our current one is.
That's
white.
I can't think of what material this is, but this is
it's
like
porcelain.
Well,
or
mine
something.
is all glass.
Or like ceramic or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Whoa, wrong way with the. Okay, so here's the thing. I agree with Ashley. I mean I never really look around at people's butter dishes and stuff. But when I
butter
did,
peeping.
but when
Zach,
I did, yes.
I fixed it. It's butter.
But
let's just say my butter dish was just on display for everyone to see and judge, and apparently it's weird.
Well, it wasn't weird, so to speak. It was just like I had never seen that before.
Well, why would they make butter dishes if it's not to put your butter in?
Well,
why do you brush your teeth in the morning?
Well, no, that wasn't.
As I do.
Well, that
like
was
an American.
The butter thing with me, I mean, like we have a butter dish, but it's always been in the fridge. And so, but yet you make a good point, Mac, because butter dishes are meant for serving, and then so you leave them out. And before I met Mac, before I'd been to Mac's house, I'd never seen one that just remained out. But it's not really that weird.
But I don't remember. When we sat around that one night and just ate butter, nobody complained about the butter, and nobody got sick.
No one complained about how nice and warm and soft the butter was.
No one did because it was
butter
very soft,
is supposed to be. It's supposed to be at room temperature. Like it's not supposed to be cold and hard.
It's hard to cut when it's cold, and it's hard to spread when it's cold.
So I never have that problem, and I never get sick. Maybe you should consider leaving your butter out.
Maybe you should think about.
I would leave. Okay, here's the thing. I use butter so rarely that leaving it out, I think, would be detrimental because it would expire in a month.
See, and that's another thing is that my butter at my house. We have a lot of children that come over to my house every day.
Which baby wants the butter?
And so we have a lot of people using butter all the time. My house is a very busy place.
Fingers in it.
Right.
And so the only problem, and I probably shouldn't be saying this. Well, maybe I should. The only problem with leaving the butter out is if someone leaves the lid off of it. Oliver jumps up on the counter and just starts licking the butter. And I have zero problems using it afterwards, but everybody in the rest of my family does, and I don't have any.
That was the part that you.
I can honestly say I've eaten after a dog before.
Oh, I wouldn't eat after a
no
dog.
Not straight up after.
Like your
Not
friend?
straight up after. The
I feel
dog.
like dogs.
Like one of your black friends ate something, and you're like, "Dog, I'll eat after you."
Dog,
That
you gonna finish that?
That too. You gonna finish that? Dog?
Well, I just want to say I looked it up, and butter is pretty well preserved due to all the salt that's in it, and so it will take a couple weeks to expire out without refrigeration, and it will.
There's no way a thing of butter lasts that long in this house.
Yeah, for me it would last way longer than that, but
With all those kitties. Right.
But for like unsalted butter, it takes maybe about a week. But who buys unsalted butter? Because
nobody. That's the point of butter.
You buy it only for cooking when it calls for it.
Margarine.
Yeah.
But
You rang.
But
It
There you go,
tastes weird.
There you go. That's better.
I've learned a lot about refrigeration lately, and I've now learned to
Why?
not refrigerate some of the fruits that I buy. I used to put some avocados in the fridge, but they'd never ripen if you leave them in the fridge. They take forever. And same with apples and bananas. You don't put those stuff in the fridge. That's why you get a fruit bowl.
See, I put bananas in the fridge sometimes. We have a fruit bowl that we normally keep stuff in, but I like my bananas green. So
yeah. Well,
so
you would put them in the fridge to prevent them from ripening further.
Yes.
Yes. So
it's a fun
I
fact?
can't believe this is a fucking Minecraft video.
You should keep your bananas separate, like they shouldn't be touching each other.
Saw that on Reddit, and I did that.
You
I put
want a
them in a
separate-
beer container thing, and they
Well-
lasted longer.
You
bear
want to
can-
keep them in
Like
separate
a cardboard thing,
hammocks.
6-pack.
I don't know nothing
so
about
you
that.
can have your
stuff.
collection of banana hammocks.
Ah.
But no. Okay,
My
that's-
opinion, banana hammocks don't last very long around here.
Yeah. Well,
They get snatched up.
Someone's been snatching up my banana ham.
Did you mention how Mac's parents are technically British too, and they do that though?
Yeah, that's what she said.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Everybody, everyone in the
I just
house is
thought-
British.
They let in the today on Twitter. They let in with Americans are so weird, and then Zach tags me in it, and I'm like, technically, I don't know.
My parents
So
do
we
that.
all
My
know
people-
British people are weird just because they are.
It's probably an old-fashioned thing.
I'm crashing. I think.
Well, the other thing that I experienced when we were interacting with Mac is that she doesn't wash
Why?
the strawberries.
Why do you have to wash them?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Probably
and so
pesticides and shit on them.
but it makes sense because I mean, if you think about it, plants grow and then you just pick the fruit and eat it. There's no real need to wash them unless you.
That
just
would
want...
be true if we didn't use pesticides to grow.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, what is water? I mean, water's just gonna wash off the surface stuff, Like pesticides will get embedded in the
Yeah.
fruit.
I rarely get sick,
Me too.
and so, but
That's the
I'm
thing.
pretty sure that probably the way that our food is preserved, maybe this stuff is not as good as it should be, or something like that. Maybe I don't wash a certain fruit before I eat it, but maybe the germs are good for me, and I
Yeah.
never get sick. So
Gotta get a little dirty.
I mean, if you don't get some germs, then how do you know you're actually alive?
What?
What?
You attack
My
a
iron
villager.
golem just killed me.
This is the laggiest Scotland has been since I played it on my MacBook.
I think it's your end. But
Max.
the other thing, I'll end this video with one more thing, and it is about. I read that frozen fruits can often be more nutritious than fruits that you would buy in the produce section because frozen fruits, nutrition of the fruit, like nutrients, degrade over time unless they're frozen. So oftentimes fruits that are frozen will have been recently picked within like 24 to 48 hours before they're frozen, whereas produce that you buy in
right now.
They're learning right now.
They are just going.
This is stuff to help them in life.
No, stuff like this is kind of interesting to me. It's kind of like fun facts of it's just knowledge you don't actually need, but maybe one day
I
we'll
just
bring
didn't
into a
realize that
conversation.
my family's habits were so weird. I guess we're weird.
No, we'll do a recap at the end of this episode of all the things I've learned.
Yeah, well, one, I learned that butter does not need to be refrigerated.
It needs to be made into shoes and swords, Zach.
And then the other thing that I learned is that
it's okay to be who you are.
Yes.
Jesse. I learned that.
I'm sorry.
I learned that it's not a good idea to insult a whole nation based on a little thing.
Especially one with a ton of immigration from every country.
Yeah, and the British, they're fucking stupid anyway, right?
Aren't they fucking stupid?
No.
Jesus
I wasn't
Christ.
trying to cause any sort of conflict.
No, the word is
You started
little.
the new
British
American Revolution, Zach.
No.
They are pretty fucking stupid. So don't worry about Zach.
It was just before we started this Minecraft video. We were talking about butter again, and I'm like, you know what? This needs to be recorded.
No, it didn't.
It's gonna go down in the annals of history.
Yeah, and why did they have a queen? Answer me that, huh?
A man.
The British
a plan.
A
canal.
Canal.
Is that a canine anus?
Panama.
Probably.
I'm ZackScott. Subscribe if you have not. If you like this video and want to help this channel grow, all you got to do is click the like button below. Thanks so much for watching and check out these other awesome videos. See you next time.